welcome. Okay, my dear students, welcome. Thank you very much for waiting. There was a tech issue, but it's already solved. I hope you are doing very good. As I tell you before, everything is going good, it's going nice. I want to welcome you to our second online session. This is like the second class that we have during this course. And today we're gonna be working on the second evidence or the second assignment, okay, which is a forum, right? This week's assignment is participating in a forum called Let's Meet, okay? So as usual, my dear students, as usual, I'm gonna go to Sajuna, right, which is our LMS, okay? And I'm gonna show you what you are supposed to do for this week, okay? Give me one sec. Let me get there. It's here. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Let me know if you can listen to me good. Please, si me escuchan bien, por favor, manito arriba para tener seguridad que me están escuchando bien. Okay, it's good, good. Everything okay, okay, that's great. That's nice. It's good. That's great. Good, good, good. That's great. That's pretty nice. Okay, you can put your hand down. Okay. Thank you. Nos siguen llegando invitados por aquí. Okay, that's cool. Okay, my dear students, so here we're gonna be working on Sajuna, right? If you haven't checked the previous recording, I strongly recommend you to do it because it's pretty useful for you to get to know a little bit about how to move around the platform. Okay, so you're gonna come here to chronogramma, right? And first, we're gonna identify what we are supposed to do for this week. Okay, we are already done with the first evidence. This evidence is done, right? Which is test. It's a questionnaire that you took last week. And for this week, we're gonna work on Foro. Let's meet. It is available from yesterday, which was the 22nd of April, and it's gonna be available until the 28th of April, okay, midnight. Esta evidencia, de acuerdo a cronograma, empezó el día de ayer, 22 de abril, y va a estar disponible, de acuerdo a cronograma, el 28, hasta el 28. Es básicamente una semana, right? Pero recuerden que todas las evidencias estarán disponibles hasta la fecha límite de envío, pues de todas las evidencias que conforman el curso, y estás demarcada para el día 14 de mayo. Okay, so remember that. So we're gonna go and work on that. Okay, so let me come here, guys. If you go here on announcements, si van aquí a anuncios, right? I wanna let you know and show you this. Okay, that is the announcement. Ese es el anuncio que yo les publiqué, donde les notifico el inicio de la actividad, ¿cierto? Por acá tenemos más personas llegando. Ok, entonces muchachos, recuerden, nosotros continuamos, bueno, el nombre de la evidencia es Let's Meet, es a forum, es un foro, y continuamos trabajando con nuestra actividad de aprendizaje 1, que básicamente es la siguiente: aplicar oraciones básicas para saludos, despedidas y presentación de acuerdo con su contexto personal y laboral. Una vez más les recuerdo la fecha de inicio y de cierre de esta actividad, que es el foro Let's Meet. Empezó el día de ayer, 22 de abril, y estará disponible hasta el 28 de abril, que es el próximo domingo. ¿Listo? Medianoche. Eso de acuerdo a horarios de cronograma. Recuerden que todas las actividades están disponibles hasta el día límite de envío de evidencias, que es el 14 de mayo. ¿Ok? Bueno. So I just wanna go and let you see this. So just for you to have it on mind, yeah, to bear in mind, recuérdenlo, Recuerden que hay unas fechas establecidas de acuerdo al cronograma y sin embargo todo está disponible hasta el final del curso. Okay? That's good. So that is the activity that you have to work on. So you must be wondering, okay, where can I find that? You know, where can I find it? Se deben estar preguntando, bueno, ¿dónde encuentro esa actividad? Sencillo. So you go to Sajuna, remember sajuna.sena.edu.co, se escribe Sajuna con Z, sajuna.sena.edu.co, right? You get there and you get to your course, ingresan a su curso, right? De inglés. And here you go with actividades iniciales. You know, you go there and you're gonna have to click here. Okay, sorry, actividades iniciales ya pasó, es actividades de aprendizaje guía. You click there, actividad de aprendizaje guía. Aquí tienen la guía de aprendizaje, los componentes de estudio y aquí dice actividad de aprendizaje 1. ¿Okay? Aquí tenemos todas las actividades calificables que se han dividido una por semana para todo el curso. En este momento vamos a empezar la actividad de aprendizaje 1, Foro Let's Meet. ¿Okay? Dan clic allí. Y aquí yo les doy, aquí ya tengo bastantes participaciones, ¿cierto? Entonces yo les doy un pequeño ejemplo aquí para que lo miren. Obviamente es un ejemplo muy simple, ya vamos a ver cómo hacerlo de una mejor manera el día de hoy. Sí, un pequeño ejemplo. Pero ustedes deben dejar sus participaciones al foro aquí. Vienen donde dice añadir un nuevo tema. Click here, ¿ok? Le ponen un título al que consideren necesario, prudente, y desarrollan su actividad, right? When it's ready, you click on enviar al foro, okay? And that's it. That's it. Así es como ustedes lo deben hacer. Voy a ponerlo en modo de estudiante para que sea tal cual ustedes lo ven. Okay, here, tan, 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 and you go enviar. Okay, and that's it. That's how you work on that. Así es como realizan la actividad de esta semana. Remember, guys, before going on that, you need to read the learning guide. Antes de ir a contestar ese foro, recuerden que ustedes deben hacer el estudio de un material. ¿Qué material? Para eso es necesario que ustedes revisen la guía de aprendizaje. Right? You click here. Este documento nosotros lo revisamos la semana pasada. Cada semana vamos a tocar un poco el tema porque ahí están las instrucciones de cada una de las semanas. Mira, aquí, on page 3, en la página 3. Entonces, previamente a esto, ustedes deben haber, ya para la semana que acabamos de pasar, ya deben haber estudiado el primer componente de estudio, que se llamaba Hello, it's nice to meet you. Hola, encantado de conocerte. Para esta semana hay que estudiar el componente Let's introduce ourselves. Presentémonos, right? So we study that, you know, you go through it, and once you're finished, y una vez que hayan terminado, vienen ahora sí a leer lo que deben hacer. Ok, entonces dice, la presente evidencia corresponde a un espacio de aprendizaje colaborativo en el que es importante enriquecer sus conocimientos en inglés. Colaborativo. Para el desarrollo de la evidencia debe participar en el foro denominado Foro Let's Meet y a partir de los aspectos de información personal de manera argumentada y creativa responda a los siguientes interrogantes. Pues básicamente esta actividad tiene dos partes. La primera es una intervención. ¿De qué tipo? Ya vamos a ver en el foro. Durante la primera intervención debe realizar un esquema con algunas ideas. A partir de él puede ir desarrollando su presentación e ir revisando qué vocabulario y expresiones necesita. Es decir, piense de manera ordenada qué se puede decir sobre usted. La primera parte es la participación en el foro acerca de la información de ustedes mismos, es decir, una pequeña presentación. ¿Cómo lo van a hacer? Para esto ustedes ya deben haber estudiado el material que se mencionó con anterioridad, que acabamos de repasar. Let's introduce ourselves, presentémonos. Allí ustedes van a encontrar estructuras y vocabulario pertinente y que pueden ser usadas para este foro. ¿Ok? Me dan algunos como must have, como lo que debe tener, lo mínimo. Obviamente esto es lo mínimo porque es muy fácil, es simplemente el nombre, la edad, ciudad de nacimiento, donde vive, profesión y lo que hace en el tiempo libre. Como se pueden dar cuenta, pues es muy básico. Entonces, eso es lo mínimo que debe tener. Y como digo eso, en ese material de estudio está todo delimitado. Sin embargo, hoy en clase vamos a repasar un poco esto. ¿Listo? Y la intervención 2, ¿qué es lo que vamos a hacer en esa intervención 2? Es muy fácil. Lo que van a hacer es realizar un seguimiento tanto a su foro y dejar un comentario al foro de alguien más. ¿Ok? Entonces, realice seguimiento al foro y responda al menos a 2 comentarios de sus compañeros. Yo posteo mi foro, ¿sí? E inmediatamente voy y leo 2, 3 intervenciones de sus compañeros y les dejo un comentario, ¿sí? Una pregunta, algo que fomente la comunicación y la participación. De igual manera, como yo dejé esos 2 comentarios a mis amigos, de igual manera yo debo estar haciendo una revisión constante de mi foro para dar respuesta a las preguntas que me lleguen a mi foro, right? A mi intervención. Bueno, 2 comentarios de sus compañeros con expresiones, frases y vocabulario acorde con el contexto de la intervención que haya realizado sus compañeros y complementando con preguntas adicionales para enriquecer la discusión. Aquí tenemos algunas ideas, no es que se deba hacer esto, pero son algunas ideas. ¿Ok? Tenga en cuenta que son preguntas orientadoras, estas que vemos arriba, pero pero puede hacer uso de otras preguntas y expresiones que le permitan conocer un poco más de cada uno de sus compañeros. Right? Entonces, ustedes ya saben que esto es la participación en un foro como tal. Eh, 2 intervenciones como mínimo, es decir, dar respuesta o comentarle a 2 personas, 2 compañeros más. ¿Listo? Eso es lo que ustedes deben hacer para esta semana. So far, what questions do you have? ¿Qué preguntitas tienen? Put your hand up. Alzamos la manito y le respondo las preguntas con el trabajo de esta semana. All good? No questions? Okay, that's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, my dear students. So, as you don't have questions, I see you don't have any questions, so we're gonna start with some practice. Okay? So, as this week's activity is about talking about ourselves, introducing ourselves, right? Presentarnos, right? So we're gonna go with a model, right? I'm gonna get you some ideas that you can work on to make your entry a little more vivid and a little bit better, okay? Les voy a dar unos tips, right? Que ustedes pueden utilizar para que hagan esa intervención, esa, esa, esa entry un poco más amena, un poco más viva, like be better. Okay? So I'm gonna go, what is this? I don't know what this is. Play zone. So we're gonna start with a video, okay? We're gonna work on a video. Let me get it because this is a little bit slow. Está un poquito lento esto. And I cannot get the blockers because it wouldn't work. Okay. So I'm gonna be pausing the video, voy a ir pausando el video, explicando cositas, okay? I'm gonna try to speak in English as much as possible. If you have questions, please ask those questions to me. Si tienen preguntas, por favor, háganlas, no se queden con las preguntas, okay? Que hay que qué pena que no sé, no importa, okay? That's good. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start with this video. The title of this video is Introduce Yourself. Introduce, it means presentarse, introduce yourself, okay? So we're gonna work on that.
Well, hey there, I'm Emma from English. Today, I'm going to teach you to introduce yourself effectively. And there are 3 reasons why this is such an important skill to learn. Of course, we've got to introduce ourselves all the time, right? In lots of different contexts. So, spending the time getting your introduction right is going to help you and it's going to benefit you over and over and over again.
Look, guys, this like um introduction topic is very important because it's something that you need like at any given context, right? Podernos presentar en inglés es algo muy importante porque lo vamos a utilizar en muchos contextos, right? It's not just about like an education context, but also work context, and also making friends and stuff. Okay, so it's very important. Let's continue.
And when you meet someone new, you will likely feel a little nervous. It's totally normal, right? But if you can get off to a good start, then it's going to help you to feel more confident going into the rest of the conversation. So nailing that first introduction is so important. And of course, if you can introduce yourself clearly and confidently, you'll make a great first impression with people that you meet.
This is going to... Guys, knowing how to introduce ourselves would give us a good impression, Saber cómo presentarnos en tanto en español como en inglés da una buena primera impresión. Okay? Let's go.
So imagine hearing this question. Tell us about yourself.
Look, if you hear the question, tell us about yourself. In Spanish would be like, dime o cuéntame acerca de ti. Let's set on English, right? Somebody says to you, okay, tell me about yourself. Alguien le pregunta, hey, cuéntame de ti. ¿Quién eres? ¿Qué haces? So what will you say? ¿Qué dirían ustedes? Piensen en sus cabezas. Okay, my name is I am from Okay, maybe you can know the basic. Let's see how it goes. Okay.
And feeling cool, calm, and collected as you reply. That is exactly what we're working towards today. We want to not only just answer this question with ease, but we want to do it accurately as well.
Okay, so let's start.
So let's get started with your introduction today. And how do we start? We start really simply and casually with your name. I am Emma, or I'm Emma. Now, in most situations, it's much more natural to use the contraction I'm Emma. It sounds much more relaxed that way.
So, guys, the first thing that you need to do is to provide your name, right? Tu nombre. It says who. Who means quién. ¿Quién eres tú? Who are you, right? Who. So you can go with I am. In my personal case is I am Leonardo. Or I'm is the contraction, is la contracción. I am. I'm.
You can also say my name is Emma or my name's Emma. Simple, right? You got this. Now, what if you have a preferred name or a nickname? It is always really good to let the person who you're addressing know right up front, right? And an informal way to do that is to say, but my friends all call me, my name is Beatriz, but my friends all call me B.
Look, this is the first part. You could say, in my case, I am Leonardo, I'm Leonardo, or my name is Leonardo, but my friends call me Leo. But my friends, pero mis amigos, but my friends call me Leo, if I have like a preferred way of being addressed. Si tengo como una manera que me gusta que me llamen. Okay, my friends call me Leo.
Slightly more formal way to do that is to say, My name is Ibiskai, but it's hard for some people to say it, so you can call me Ibis.
You can call me. You can call me. Tú me puedes llamar. Okay? So the first, who, quién, quién es usted, who. Okay? Second, where, dónde, dónde
To
qué?
elaborate on this
That's it.
type of information. So I'm going to give you a few different ways of doing it here, but it's up to you to pick and choose which version works best for your story. Okay, so experiment, get a little playful with some of these combinations. I'm from Australia. And again,
Where, de dónde, o sea, de dónde es usted.
I'm using that contracted form here because I am from Australia sounds just a little bit stiff, you know, so to sound more relaxed and more natural, say I'm from with your country and your city name, could be either. You could say I am and your nationality adjective, so I'm Australian, Turkish.
Look, I am or I'm Colombian, right? Colombian.
Vietnamese, Brazilian, these are all examples of nationality adjectives. And
okay, that's cool, right? Look, another example.
so if you're not from the place that you're in while you're making the introduction, then you could say, I come from a place, you know, and we use this when there's a bit of distance between.
You could say, I'm from Colombia or I come from Colombia, right? It's up to you. I'm from, I come from. They are pretty alike, you know, they are pretty similar.
You are now and wherever that place is. So it could be another city or another country. But if you want to be clearer, all you need to do is just choose some more specific verbs. You could say, I was born in, with the place name. I was born in Melbourne.
That's another way. You could say, I am Colombian, or I come from Colombia, or I was born in Colombia. Yo nací. I was born in Colombia. I was born in Huila. Nací en el Huila. Okay, so you can go with your country or with your city.
I grew up in, or I was raised in, or even I spent my childhood in.
Look, these are other ways, you know, para decir de dónde eres o dónde creciste. I grew up, yo crecí, I grew up in whatever place. I was raised in, yo fui criado in whatever place, cualquier lugar. I spent my childhood in, yo pasé mi infancia en. I grew up, I was raised in, I spent my childhood in. And the place, I grew up in Campo Alegre, Huila. I was raised in Campo Alegre, Huila. Okay, I spent my childhood in Campo Alegre, Huila.
Place name. So this is talking about, you know, when you were a child, where were you, what were you doing? It's an interesting way to bring up that part of your life. And they all express a really similar idea, so you can pick and choose how you use it.
Okay.
And what comes next really does depend on the context.
So remember, now we have who, quién es usted, right? Where, de dónde viene, right? Let's continue.
So I've got a few different options for you to consider here.
Sorry. I can get the blockers. No puedo poner los blockers porque no me deja compartir ciertas cosas, muchachos. Okay, next.
You might want to talk about your family a little bit when you introduce yourself.
Family.
And the amount of information that you share here is up to you, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. You want to be careful not to overshare, you know,
So
to bore
let's see
someone with your
how it
entire
goes.
family history, unless they ask for it because they're particularly interested. But if you're married, you would say, we've been married since.
If you're married, si eres casado o casada, we've been married, hemos estado casados, we've been married, and 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years.
And a time or a date. I've been married to my husband since August last year, for example. Now, if you're not married, but you still want to mention the length of your
Look,
conversation gets really
important.
boring.
Look, he's my fiance. He's my fiance. Él es mi prometido. Fiancé, si le agregamos otra E extra, dos E seguidas, es prometida. He's my fiance. She's my fiance. You know, maybe we're not married. Married, casados, married. But here you're not married yet. Aún no están casados. He is your fiance.
After 11 years of being together, the word boyfriend is really flippant and not particularly useful.
Yep.
So I usually just call him my partner. But in our situation, we
Partner. Partner es pareja. No solamente amorosamente, en el contexto de amor, sino también de pronto en una competencia, my partner, you know. But also it is used when you want to talk about your girlfriend or your boyfriend, right? Your partner.
are business partners too,
Business
and so in
partner.
that context, things can also get really confusing.
Yes.
So if you want to talk about the family that you live with, then you could say something like, we're a family of 5.
Oh, that's good. Look, guys, es que somos 5 en mi familia. Okay, so the correct way of saying is, we are a family of 5. In my case, in my family, you know, we are a family of 5.
I live here with my family. We're a family of 5. But if you're talking about the family that you grew up in, then you need to clarify, you need to
Okay, that is not very important. Remember, okay? Remember. A family of and the number. Any number.
3 kids, it's pretty loose. If you have children that you want to talk about, say,
Si tenemos
I
hijos.
have a 7-year-old son.
I have a 7-year-old son. Yo tengo un hijo de 7 años de edad. I have a 7-year-old son.
I'm a single parent.
I'm a single parent. Single, soltero, parent, padre o madre, you know. Soy un padre, una madre soltera o soltero. I'm a single parent.
I'm a mother of twins.
I'm a mother of twins, gemelos.
And it's really nice to add a little bit of commentary around family members just to make it a bit more interesting. You could say, I'm a single mum, I've got twin girls, they're 5 years old, and they've just started school this year, so it's been pretty exciting for us.
Look, the first part, la primera parte, es como la más importante, I think. Get me this. Where is it? Okay, it says, I'm a single mom, soy una madre soltera. I've got twin girls, tengo gemelas. They are 5 years old. Tienen 5 años. Okay, that's easy, that's good. Let's talk about family.
It's a bit of a mouthful to say, I've got 2 brothers and 3 sisters, right? So instead, we use the word siblings to talk about brothers
That
and
is
sisters.
very important. Look, in Spanish, when I say brothers, it means girls or boys, right? En español, cuando decimos tengo hermanos, inmediatamente eso agrupa a los hombres y a las mujeres, right? But in English it's different. En inglés es diferente. If I say, si yo digo, yo tengo 3 hermanos, I have 3 brothers, I'm saying that all of my brothers are male. Si digo en inglés, yo tengo 3 hermanos y utilizo la palabra brothers, inmediatamente estoy diciendo que los 3 hermanos que tengo son hombres. I have 3 sisters, las tres hermanas que tengo pues son mujeres. Ahora digamos que tengo una hermana y 2 hermanos, you know, I cannot use brothers. I have to use the word siblings. Siblings kind of groups up, la palabra siblings me agrupa tanto hombres como mujeres. Siblings, 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 okay? Girls and boys, girls and boys, okay? So bear in mind that I have 2 siblings, 3 siblings.
General. 2 brothers and a sister would equal 3 siblings. I have 3 siblings. Now, when you say that, it...
Okay. Now, let's talk about interests.
So you might want to talk about interests or hobbies, things that you do outside of work. We'll talk about work in a second, so don't jump ahead.
Okay, interests.
But to talk about hobbies, you might say, I enjoy, with a noun. I enjoy baking.
I enjoy baking. Yo disfruto o me gusta, I enjoy baking, hornear.
Don't say, I enjoy to bake, right? Enjoy as a verb is always followed by a noun, and this is a gerund, okay? You can always say, I like or I love with a noun. So I love playing football, for example. But the verbs like and love, they can be followed by a gerund or the verb infinitive, and the meaning stays the same. So you can also say, I love to play football. The meaning is exactly the same. You could say, I'm really into...
That is good. I'm really into. Literalmente sería, estoy realmente literalmente, pero si lo traducimos con sentido, es que te gusta algo mucho, estás entusiasmado, entusiasmada por hacer algo, que te gusta algo mucho.
And this is a really great, a really natural way of talking about the things that you like. I'm really into jazz music. Now, having a couple of interesting things to include about yourself in your introduction is so useful.
Remember, to express interest, we can use enjoy, love, like, to be into something. Okay? So let's continue. Let's talk about...
Of course, you might want to talk about your job, right?
Jobs means trabajo.
So when you're talking about your job, when you're talking about your job in your introduction, usually you're just sharing what you do and maybe who you work for. And again, there are lots of different ways to talk about your work, the company, etc. But what we really want to do today is make sure you're doing it accurately. Prepositions and articles are really challenging to get right in this section. It might be a little tricky. So I hope that you are definitely I am, a or an, and the job position.
Look, you could say, I am, in my personal case, I am a teacher. I am an English language teacher. I am a student.
Position is a countable noun. So this means you need to include an article. I'm a graphic designer. I'm an engineer. I work in...
You could say, I work in. Yo trabajo en la industria, en educación, en ingeniería, en la moda, en el campo. Okay, I work in my personal case.
And the industry. I work in marketing, I work in construction, I work in design. Teaching. Now, if you want to say which company employs you, then you can use either at or for.
I work at Sena, the company. I work for Sena. It's good, no problem. At or for.
With the company name.
Okay. Como hay cena, la vida suena.
Okay. So, and lastly, what happened? Give me a second.
At Vogue, or I work at an architecture firm.
And lastly, we're gonna go.
You may want to talk about education or your qualifications in your introduction, and this is most common in a professional context, maybe in an interview or in a work context. And again, there's lots of different ways that you can do this. You could say, I have a degree in, with an industry.
I have a degree in. Degree is like a título universitario. I have a degree in, my case, teaching.
Like architecture or design. I have a degree in engineering. You can also say, I'm a qualified with your job title. I'm a qualified engineer. I'm a qualified architect. Now, notice that I'm using the job title and not the industry there, okay? Sounds similar to saying I'm an architect, but the difference is that the adjective qualified clarifies. In that context, you would just say, I'm an engineer. If you're studying at university now, then some of these expressions are going to be really useful. I'm studying with the industry. I'm studying environmental science, or it could also be the name of your degree as well. I'm studying applied science. I'm completing a PhD in whatever the research area is. Maybe it's public health. I'm completing a PhD in public health. I'm in my final year of something degree. I'm in my final year of an economics degree.
I'm in my final year of whatever career or major you're studying degree, right? Estoy en mi último año de...
I'm nearing the end of my studies is another way of expressing that. And maybe you're undertaking some less formal training. And that's totally cool as well. You might want to say, I'm currently taking an online course to upskill.
Look, I'm currently taking an online English course, in your case, English course.
Or I'm doing an extra course to improve my skills in that area, something like that. So by now, you should have a whole list of dot point ideas that we can start to build your introduction around. For me, we could say...
Look, she's gonna put everything together. Ella va a poner todo junto. Listen.
Australian, I live in Perth. I'm originally from Melbourne. Interests, hobbies. I love swimming in the ocean every morning. I'm a qualified English teacher. I teach on YouTube. I'm interested in businesses and startups. Great. Okay, have you got your list ready too?
That's good. You see, she does it pretty nicely, She does it pretty nicely. Now, my dear students, what are you going to do? Do you have questions? ¿Tienen preguntas? Yes, manito arriba, Diana. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Diana, no problem.
Qué pena, profe.
It's okay, go ahead.
Es que me tengo que retirar de la reunión.
It's okay, no problem.
Tengo una cita médica.
Okay. Go. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Gracias, profe.
No problem, Diana. On the chat, I pasted the link, right? En el chat les acabo de pegar el link de este video para que lo repasen. Les va a ser muy útil para la actividad de esta semana. Now, what are you going to do? Look, I'm gonna send you this link. Les voy a enviar un link, right? This link is gonna get you to this website. Este link los va a llevar a esta página que se llama Padlet. And here, as you can see, you're gonna have the video. Van a tener acceso al video. And I recap all the things that she said, right? Y aquí les hice un pequeño resumen de todos los punticos que ella nos compartió con las expresiones, ¿ok? What I want you to do is to practice. Lo que quiero que hagan es que practiquen, right? Practice. Look, ustedes pueden dejar sus comentarios aquí. Por ejemplo, una estudiante del curso pasado me dejó un pequeño comentario. Ella dice... Hello, I'm Linda Sofia Hernandez. You can call me Sofia. I am 14 years old. I was born in Garzon Villa, but I was living with my grandparents for 7 months. We are a family of 5, my parents and my siblings. I love reading, watching TV, and in my free time, I practice English. I am currently taking an English online course, right? As you can see, it's way more elaborated. Como se pueden dar cuenta, está un poco más elaborado. Yo le mejoraría algunos signos de puntuación, punticos, comas, pero está mucho mejor elaborado haciendo uso de las expresiones y del video que acabamos de compartir, right? Y esto, si lo hacen tal cual, esto mismo lo pueden copiar y pegar en la tarea de esta semana, right? En el trabajo. So, I'm gonna send you the link. Ustedes vienen aquí donde está este icono de más, ¿ok? Y aquí ponen sus nombres arriba. No se va a calificar, of course, right? Y aquí pueden comenzar a hacer su introducción, right? And when it's done, cuando esté listo, you go on publish. Y ahí van a tener el comentario publicado. So I'm gonna send you the link and I want you to work for some time. What is it? Links. Copy link to clipboard. Please do it. Do it. That is as practice. Es como práctica, okay? It's a little bit of practice. So you can work, trabajen. Infortunadamente nos quedan ya 5 minuticos de clase. Tengo la otra clase a las 3. Pueden dejar su comentario ahí. Yo voy a entrar, los voy a revisar, les voy a dar comentarios si es el caso, right? So, work, si tienen preguntas en estos 5 minuticos que tenemos, me las hacen. Please, work. I send the link. Ahí les envié el link del Padlet y del video. While you're working, guys, mientras van trabajando, recuerden, pueden dejar su comentario ahí. Yo los voy a revisar. No los voy a calificar porque no es calificable. Solamente lo que es calificable es lo que el trabajo en el foro de esta semana en la plataforma Sayuna. Es para que ustedes vayan practicando. Ahí tienen acceso al video que trabajamos hoy. Mientras se nos cumple el tiempo, quería preguntarles si han encontrado algún inconveniente, algo que de pronto no hayan podido pues manejar en plataforma, alguna duda con alguna actividad, dudas en fechas, en qué les puedo colaborar. De pronto que digan, no, yo no sé cómo hacer tal cosa, no he encontrado tal otra. No doubts, no hay dudas. All good.
No, señor.
Okay, that's good, that's good. Yo por ahí he estado revisando los trabajos que me han enviado, los aportes en... eh, muchos ya han hecho este foro, pero les ha quedado un poco flojito, entonces yo les he dicho que lo vuelvan a hacer, pues atendiendo la información que se dio acá. Muchos ya me han hecho trabajos de las otras 2 semanas, algunos bien, otros no tanto. Revisen sus notas. Yeah, that's it. Ok, my dear students. Tengo otra sesión ahorita a las 3. Entonces quedan trabajando ustedes por su cuenta. Recuerden dejar su intervención acá para yo revisarlas, leerlos un poquito y práctica, right? Si les queda bien, pueden simplemente copiar y pegar allá en Sayuna, porque es básicamente lo mismo. ¿Ok? That's good. Ok, my dear students, Ángel David, ¿tienes una pregunta?
Profe, buenas tardes. Una pregunta.
Yes, yes.
¿El foro es calificable?
El foro en Sayuna, sí, es calificable. El de la semana 2, sí. Este que estamos viendo en pantalla es práctica, es preparación para el foro. Y este no es calificable.
Listo, profe.
Okay. Okay, my dear students, thank you very much for coming. It was so good to have you here. I'll see you next week, right? You can reach me at the email, my email, okay? Cualquier pregunta que tengan, me pueden escribir al email. Por ahí tengo unos mensajes sin responder que me enviaron el día de ayer. Una vez finalice la próxima clase, los respondo, okay? Thank you very much for coming, right? Les recomiendo que copien los links que les envié al chat, los copien y los peguen por ahí en alguna parte, porque una vez salgamos de la sala, pues ustedes no van a tener acceso a la información del chat. Entonces, por favor, copiémoslo y peguémoslo. Okay. Okay, my dear students, I'll see you next week. Take care. I'm gonna disconnect the call, okay? Thank you very much.